Welcome back to the Curry Gumbo's podcast review of P-Valley Season 2. Let's get into this next episode. Did this seem dark to you, this episode, like lighting-wise, visually?
Yeah,
it seemed like everything
dark.
was dark.
The constant conversations that they were having around death felt fitting to me because it was just complete darkness.
There was at one point, I'm like, do I need to close my blinds because there's the sunlight interfering with my lighting on this? Because I couldn't see.
I know you did not watch Game of Thrones, but the final season, when they were having the battle with the dead, they were fighting the army of the dead. There were so many jokes going around because they were like, it's so dark. This episode is so dark. But if you are fighting death, of course it's going to be dark. This show is like always in conversation with life, death, good, evil, spirits, otherworld.
Heaven and hell.
Heaven and hell. Fitting.
So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Who holds so you can fly?
Woodbine, apparently. I'm so tired of her. But you know what? Shout out to her because she was up there telling the truth about who she is and where she's from.
So I'm going to play a game.
Mm-hmm.
I have a quote. And from this quote, you're going to guess who said it. And then we can get into what's going on. Number 1. You are the dirty secret.
Oh my goodness. The mayor of Chucalissa said that. Corbin's white brother said that to him. I'm starting to dislike Corbin more than I do Andre.
Yeah. It's funny. Everyone is calling him half. Uncle Cliff was like, I know what I can't be. Do you know what you can't be? Saying you're not going to be a white man. And
do you think they're related?
Clifford and Corbin?
Yeah. Who's Corbin's mother?
We don't know.
Why was Corbin playing with Clifford's dolls? Why were they so close? This is not the first time we heard of them being close.
Yeah. And it's
why were
their
they
relationship is
together?
like they know each other.
Yeah, I'm like, are they cousins? Are they who is Corbin to Clifford other than a family friend?
I have no idea. I guess we will find that out. Only time will tell.
But you heard it here first. Okay.
But Corbin does seem like he is the villain. He's throwing his money, his daddy's money that he got. Talking about he fronting Andre's campaign, and we find out that Andre's dad went to prison. I guess it came out in the campaign.
Corbin's brother is doing like smear campaigns with Andre and Pastor
Patrice.
He's calling Andre a liar, because Andre said that he was born to a drug-addicted mother and his father died when he was like 6 or 7. But his father is actually in jail on death row for murder. Now, if I am putting a significant amount of money into a candidate, I'm going to do my own private investigation into their life because obviously they're not going to tell me everything. So I'm going to get all your skeletons. And why was your wife not a skeleton that needed to be brought forth? Because I'm sure there are pictures of him and Haley together. So like
that's what I was trying to figure out. It's like that would be, to me, the Haley situation is more problematic than your daddy being in prison. It's like that's your daddy being in jail. Yeah. Nothing to do with you. That can be an asset. Yeah. Like, you know what? I have a drug addicted mother. My father's in prison. I came up from the bottom and look at me now. Like, that's an asset.
Because he could lie his way out of that. He could be like, oh my goodness, my family told me that my father is dead. He's alive? Oh my goodness. But you have a wife who has a steady job in Atlanta. And that could also, like, how you going to do this job from Atlanta? That seems like a more obvious way to speak to his inability to lead. But yeah, Corbin has a really aggressive way of speaking to Black folk He don't do that with the white folk in his life, and that's why I don't respect him.
Because he think he white. Like Uncle Clifford said, I know what I ain't. Do you know what you ain't?
Nope.
Next quote. Are you folding or are you holding?
That white bitch with them Coke cans in her
Yes. I'm like, who does not have rollers? And then the stylist was real shady when she was like, honey, Shanae's salon is down the street.
Girl, shout out to Martin. Shout out to Shanae's Bump and Curl.
You do not have rollers.
You don't have rollers. Your hair look a mess, ma'am. And how dare you? And that's why old girl had to put you in your damn place and say, go make yourself busy while I talk business with Haley, Autumn, Lakeisha, Knight, Savage, Trash Can.
So is Lakeisha getting this $10 million?
I don't. Well,
she got to settle for the 5.
She probably ain't gonna get nothing. I just don't see the pink going anywhere.
But the casino's coming. Or is it?
I think they're going to have to deal with... I'm wondering why they think that the casino is a bad idea. I think the pink will draw
like the people of Chuckalisa?
Yeah, I just feel like a casino and
a lot of places don't like casinos.
Yeah.
A lot of places they don't want that extra traffic in their small town. Or casinos cause more problems. They may say we already have enough problems with this little strip club. Having the casino is going to cause more problems, more issues, more violence or police or corruption. It's like a lot of cities don't really want a casino in their town.
I don't know. I just don't see the pink going
anywhere
at all.
Haley, Lakeisha, Autumn, she's differentiating her characters. When she's with Andre, I mean, he says, I had sex with Lakeisha, but I wanted to wake up next to Haley. And she's like, I can't give you Haley. I can give you Lakeisha or I can give you Autumn Night, but you can't get Haley.
Because Haley died in the flood, child.
Yeah, we learned that out. Every episode we learn something new about Haley. You got more secrets than a Janet Jackson lyric.
Clifford says that to Lil Murda. I mean, the only secret he got is teak.
That's a big secret.
It is.
And when they was arguing and they asking each other, okay, where you been these past months? And like, well, where you been? Well, who you been with? Well, who you been with? It's like no one's gonna talk.
I think it's gonna lead to more questions. So, you was with the dude at your party. Well, when was this? So you cheated first, even though they're
but
not
it's not
really
even
together.
Cheating. So that's why I don't understand why
they not cheating. Or is it not?
No, because they weren't together when they weren't.
They're
talking.
Not together, but then why are they asking these questions?
No, I'm saying the time when they weren't talking. There was a period of like 5 months when they weren't even speaking with each other. That time, if you're gonna come back, why are you afraid to say where you were the past 5 months?
I can see how that conversation might be a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm certain that I think for Clifford, she doesn't want to give away what murder means to her. So because the only reason she was ever with that guy is because she was missing murder.
True.
And Teak doesn't want to give away like this was a significant lover of mine.
Oh yeah,
this is a partner that I have to bury, that we have to have a funeral for. So I don't know how to get into all of that, and I don't know how to confess that to you.
But he can't even say my homie passed away. Like he is nothing.
Maybe because he knows that would be a lie. Like this is my. Well, no, like it's a lie. Like this is more than my homie. This is a partner. This is a love of my life. Maybe he doesn't want to say it because he know that's not true. I think silence is that's his genre. Silence.
So this episode, we see more of the blue and yellow people versus the red and green people. We find out Mercedes is friends with the blue and yellow people, and they stay in her neighborhood on her block. When Lil Murder is at the funeral for Big Teak, he's with all the red and green homies. And the friend that kind of switched sides is online talking about I guess nobody knows how Big Teak died except for Lil Murder.
Yeah.
And so
and Wody, I'm assuming.
Does he know, or did he ask, or no?
I don't know.
Because then the guy that switched sides, he's like online talking about he's the reason Big Teak died, which is a lie. And Lil Murder knows it's a lie. Red and green big homies are like, oh, Lil Murder, you need to handle this. And we find out he does. Lil Murder lives up to his name.
Now, do you think he did that because that other guy knows about his sexual preference, or do you think he did this to avenge Teak?
Oh, he does know. And also, okay, so backing up, there is a video. He says he was 15 and had to do what he had to do to get money.
Yeah. So that video has been going around for a while. I'm wondering who this person is in the video, because if he's participating in this type of sex work, you're 15. The consent here is
that's child porn. That's child.
That's child pornography. And I mean, what's happening here is that's not consensual. Like this is incredibly inappropriate. This is criminal, and it's sad. It's so sad. And so I'm wondering how Rome got a hold of this. Who's the person in the tape? How old are they?
Exactly.
How old is Lil Murder now? And so how long ago was this? I don't think Murder is supposed to be 30 in this show. I think he's probably 20s, and probably not in his late 20s. So
early 20s.
So this is 5-6 years ago. This isn't that long ago.
So I'm just now thinking maybe the guy that turned, maybe he has something to do with the video, and that's why Lil Murder was thinking he really needs to light him up and get rid of him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it had nothing to do with Teak, because Lil Murder knows he didn't kill Teak.
Yeah.
So it's not. He was just lying, running his mouth on the internet.
Yeah, and it could be both, because imagine someone doing that for a person that you really care about. It's like what, really? Now, I know you're lying. I know that you are lying.
Yeah.
But you admitting to this, it's not just as worse, but it ain't looking good out here for you. It's not looking good out here. And what can come of this? People think that they can touch Teak. Now they think they can touch me. So, like, you gotta go.
What made me nervous was Mercedes' friendship with the blue and yellow people, or the blue and yellow guy. Because I'm like, is she gonna get in the middle?
Well, I hope that she get on top, next to Maine, his fine ass. That's what I hope. Fucking around with Coach. You should have bought. What's her name? Fiona. What's the wife name? Her girlfriend. She ain't got nothing to do.
Farrah.
You should have bought Farrah ass over so you, her, and Maine can have a good time. That's what you should have been doing.
Mercedes says she don't want it. That's not what she wants.
What does Mercedes want?
I don't know.
Because you sitting up here still getting smart, talking shit about Whisper and Roulette when you can't even make your ass clap no more. What's going on?
So Mercedes cannot. She was complaining again about her shoulder. But I thought Diamond handled the shoulder, but it does seem like that's still weighing on her, because when she's talking to her friend, she says that it was only 3 of them could get out alive, so she didn't have no choice. And she's like, does it ever stop? The nightmare stop? She was like, how do you deal with this? And so apparently it's still literally weighing heavy on her. And it's interfering with her ability to dance, to do any type of pole trick. So she is struggling. She's back at the Pink because her deal with Coach didn't work out. So she needs some money. Miss Mississippi come back. Haley told her she needed an escape plan. And her plan was going to be to dance at the Pink one more time, get the money, and leave.
I like the conversation that Keyshawn and Autumn are having at the diner.
Mm-hmm.
I like that both of them were in kind of like light purple. Keyshawn's purple was a little bit more muted, but that made sense to me because these two women are kind of in the same boat. Autumn has been where Keyshawn is. So that makes sense why her outfit is a little bit more vibrant and Keyshawn is a little bit more understated because she can't live a free life in the way that Autumn can. But it makes sense that they are linked visually in that way. It wasn't but a few years back that Autumn was in the same boat that Keyshawn is in. I'm happy that Keyshawn is back at the Pink. I would love for Keyshawn and Clifford to have a conversation. I would love for Autumn to start making some decisions with Clifford. But maybe she knew that Clifford wasn't going to
be open to Keyshawn coming back.
Yeah.
Possibly. And it seems like Mercedes got an attitude with her too.
Yeah. And you seen Diamond Eyes.
Girl, Diamond kissing on Big Bone and Keyshawn walk in and he is like, huh?
Oh my God. Big Bone look jealous. Jealousy.
Because she know, Big Bone know.
She knows.
She know that
everybody
knows.
I know. The American people know. People of Chuckalissa and Jackson, Mississippi know. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Shout out to Alexander Rogers. Anyway, so yeah, Keyshawn walk up in there. Whisper's talking about, I've always looked up to you. I want to be like you when I grow up. Baby, how old are you? Y'all look the same age. Hell, you look older than Keyshawn. So what's happening?
She does. And I didn't understand. I was thinking maybe, I don't know, grow up maybe meaning not linear age, but...
Yeah, you was not talking about regular chronological age. That's what you wasn't talking about, baby.
They was hating on Mercedes.
Mercedes been hating on them. Mercedes be saying shady shit. Mercedes up there. I know you don't think Whisper and Roulette ready. Why would I be kind to somebody who doing that to me and been doing that to me? Nah, I love Mercedes now, but she need to chill out. She need to be saying, hey, can y'all help me practice? Help me out. Y'all make me look good. Come here and practice with me. Show me something new. But no, you taking the petty way out of this.
Take off his clothes.
Listen, Roulette said, let's play Russian roulette. Roulette, I guess, is a pimp now.
Well, the guy, I guess the same guy that she had serviced a while ago who was liking on Whisper. She said he's been hitting her up, trying to get with Whisper. He wants to pleasure Whisper. And Whisper is kind of a little apprehensive. She's like, I don't know. And that's when Roulette's in her ear like, girl, we can't be like Mercedes trying to be up on the stage past our prime. Like, we need to get all the money we can while we still young. They agree. They gonna meet this man at a motel. I am happy Roulette was prepared because I was nervous for them. So I'm like, two girls and one man, it's not that safe. Y'all need Diamond doing security.
Right.
Outside the door. But when Roulette had prepared.
Yeah, when Roulette is doing her sex work, she does it at the Pink. So there are people around. If something goes left.
They got cameras.
Yeah, they got cameras. But with Whisper, had she left her alone, he probably wouldn't have to pay her nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying even with both of them, if she didn't have that gun, I'm like, two girls and one guy, he can easily beat up both of y'all. So
I don't know. Roulette looked like she scrappy, but it would have been difficult.
No, I'm saying because that's a big guy. Like he wasn't small, and you don't know what he had.
You don't, yeah.
So the man is complaining that Whisper didn't moan enough for him. Whisper's like, well, you ain't do nothing moanable.
Okay.
And
sure
so he didn't give her all the money. He throws the money on the floor, super disrespectful. I wish Whisper didn't pick it up, but she did. Roulette pulls out her gun. We gonna play a game. I got one bullet. We gonna see where it lands. She click it first on her, and he's scared, and she click it on him, and then she telling Whisper, take off all his clothes. They end up stealing his car, and so he naked in the motel talking about he gonna get him back. We'll see about that. Roulette mainly steal his car, brings it to
Chop shop.
Is this still Gitch's boyfriend? That's what I keep calling him.
Child, I guess it's her boyfriend now. Shit.
He's like, hey, what am I supposed to do with this? Or what you want to do with this? So I guess is this like a business? Like, is she getting money?
Because I'm sure she's getting money. I'm sure she's getting a cut of this. And I think that's what he's asking, like, where am I dropping this off at? Because once I sell this shit for parts, once I break it down, how I'm meeting up with you. She like, come down to the pink. Come down to the pink.
She said for down to the valley.
She just knew what to do. Because I'm like, why is she's trying to humiliate him, right? By having him strip down, suck on the gun, using that as her own phallus, and they're trading places, right? Because like, I sucked your dick, now you about to suck my motherfucking phallus. But she's also doing that because she needs to stall him. Because you're not about to run outside naked. That's what you're not about to do. You're not about to run down the street naked. So I need you to strip so that you have, and I might take your clothes, And so when I get in your car, it's gonna be a tough time for you to chase after me.
To get, yeah.
Yeah. Now she had one bullet in that gun, and it seemed like this game, she was ready to play this game. She said it's her favorite game. Her name is Roulette. So she's been playing this game. And there's some type of schism that happens with Roulette. I really feel like that's why her hair is never one color.
Because this time she had like the cheetah print hair going on.
And this, like the cheetah print suggested that I am uncaged, I am unhinged, I am aggressive, I am an animal that hunts. I ain't eating grass and shit, bamboo sticks, bitch. I will kill you. I got fangs. But her having this gun with one bullet and her clicking it, like pulling the trigger on herself, I'm worried that she is not taking her life as seriously as she should. But it does link to the rest of the conversations that are being had about death. Teak is being buried, but the nature of his death is not being spoken about. Andre lies about his dad dying. Autumn is saying, yeah, Haley Colton is dead, but I'm here. Wody said, yeah, I'm death, but I'm God, and we're also all the devil. Roulette says, I got me a good relationship with death. That's why I feel like death is such a heavy part of this episode.
And even Clifford talking to his mom.
Exactly. Even Corbin and his relationship with his dead father, like that keeps coming up. Roulette is a significant part of the show, and her having the ability to have a conversation about death solidifies her space, solidifies her position in the show. But it also makes it very clear that death is just a conversation away for these people. Like death is always a part of the conversation. They can't get away from it.
Even Mercedes, her grappling with killing Montavious.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything?
I also like the conversation between Keyshawn and Mercedes when they're in the locker room and they're both sitting in front of their vanities. So their backs are to each other, but they're still talking to one another. I like Black people in front of mirrors. I like them in Waiting to Exhale. I liked it in A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. When you see multiple images of yourself, like when you're talking into a mirror and you got a little mirror right here, there are like 3 selves to deal with here. And so when they're having a conversation about like, man, I can't believe I'm back here. Like, yeah, I guess that means like this is the only option that you had. You know, Mercedes is talking to herself just as much as she's talking to Keyshawn.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think that they're, again, like thinking about split identities. They do have multiple selves that they have to contend with. Because on one hand, Mercedes is very upset with Keyshawn, but she still loves Keyshawn. That's why she says, like, ain't nobody take your locker. Your vanity's still there, too. Because I wasn't going to let anybody take your place. They're both in similar positions because they're not supposed to be there. But here they are.
2 more episodes left.
2 more. Excited to see how it all ends.
I know. Stay tuned for more P-Valley episode reviews and follow us on Instagram at Curry Gumbo. Bye.